Hello, my friends. I'm here with Erica Overturf. She is the artistic director and CEO for the American Midwest Ballet. Erica, it's so good to see you.
Wonderful to see you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And so you are just about American Midwest Ballet is about ready to start the 13th season, kicking it off with momentum. But let's just talk about the 13th season just all together, and then we'll dive into momentum.
Great. Yeah, we are so excited to be back at work in rehearsals with the dancers. We have just such a fantastic group. Many of our returning dancers, as well as a couple of new dancers, and they've just been working so hard already this season. We have, as you mentioned, Momentum is the first show coming up, so I can talk a little bit more about that one specifically. And then rounding out our season, we have the holiday favorite, the Nutcracker, which will be in November and December. And then this spring, we are bringing back The Wizard of Oz, which was just such a fantastic ballet that we created the original production several years back by choreographer Aaron Alarcon, and it's really fabulous. So we're excited to be bringing that back as well.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. I mean, honestly, like three favorites. So let's talk. Okay, so the first production, like you said, Momentum. So and how is it a little bit different than the other two?
Well, Momentum is a mixed repertory show, meaning instead of one narrative ballet that lasts the whole evening, it has several ballets, all by different choreographers. So you get to really see a nice variety of styles. And it's also a wonderful challenge for the dancers. So, one section is a classical ballet, pas de deux on point, with the tutus, point shoes and that sort of thing. And then in another section it's very athletic and they're jumping on tables and doing all sorts of stuff. So it's really a fun way to get to come and see what the ballet is all about and all the different things that our dancers can do.
So let's talk a little bit. So and explain to me what this is. So the first work, so those are the different things that you just described.
Yes.
Do you want to go into depth on a little bit more on what that means and what people can expect to experience?
Yeah, that sounds great. So one of the ballets we'll be doing is a piece I choreographed called The Diner. And the fun thing about this ballet that ties it together is all of the songs are food themed. So they're
Oh,
about
fun.
coffee and pie and all of these different things. And so I set it in like a little roadside diner. And so the characters are waitresses and the cook and the customers. And that ballet is just so much fun.
Yeah.
It's really a good time. So, and people get to really shine through with their personalities and their acting,
Yeah.
as well as their dancing. And then we have that classical pas de deux that I was referencing, Don Quixote. And that is really a showcase of technical feats. The dancers do some really brilliant and challenging classical ballet work, and it's very exciting for the audiences and fun for the dancers as well. A great challenge. I love that our dancers can work in a range of styles from something like that demanding classical ballet piece to some of these other really cool works on the program. We just got done last week. Our guest choreographer Ray Mercer was here from New York City. He's actually an Omaha native, but he's been dancing on Broadway for the past almost 20 years, I think. And he came and created a new work for the company, and it's called Speed Date. It is really cute. And his idea evolved. He knew he wanted to do something with tables when we originally spoke. And then a friend of his told him he had just gone on a speed date. And Ray said, "Oh, really? That's interesting. Tell me more about that." So it kind of sparked this idea.
Right.
So the dancers are kind of in this fast-paced, energetic thing where they're interchanging with all of each other. And of course, he utilizes those tables. They're up on them and dancing. And it's really impressive and really fast work. And it's always so exciting too to be part of a new work that's created on you and be part of the process. So I think that's been really cool for our dancers, plus our audiences here in Omaha and Council Bluffs will, it's a world premiere, so they'll be the first to see it, by this really
Awesome.
awesome choreographer. The last piece that I was going to tell you about is by Frank Chavez, and he has worked with us before. It's a piece called Eva, and it's all to the music of Eva Cassidy, and it's
Okay.
just so beautiful. There's lots of partnering, lots of really intricate choreography, and I just love this piece, and so it's one I really wanted to bring to our audiences here.
Yeah. Well, let's talk specifically dates and location, because you do some part of it in Omaha and then part of it in Council Bluffs, correct?
Yeah, so for Momentum, we have two shows, and those will be both at the Hoff Family Arts and Culture
Okay,
Center
okay,
in Council Bluffs. And then throughout the season, we'll be performing at the Orpheum too.
Okay.
For the Nutcracker will be at the Hoff Center, as well as the Orpheum Theater,
Right.
as well as on tour. And then for the Wizard of Oz, again, it'll be at the Hoff, at the Orpheum, and we're getting to go to a couple of touring locations with that too.
Okay.
So yeah, we're really we're in the thick of it, but we're really excited to kick off this wonderful performance season.
And then tell me again, what's the date for the Momentum? What's the kickoff date or the weekend dates?
It's October 15th and 16th.
Okay.
And the Saturday show is at 7:30 p.m. and the Sunday matinee is at 2 p.m.
And I'm looking at your website over here. I keep kind of glancing over this way. There's you can purchase tickets on the website. There's lots of great information also on the website about the season, and also all kinds of other things that you do as well.
Right. Yeah. You can learn more about our choreographers, our dancers, where to get tickets. And as you mentioned, some of the other work we're doing in the community too, because education, community engagement are so important to us. So we have some really fabulous work going on around that as well, for students and for just all sorts of groups within the community to try to bring dance to a wide variety of people, because it brings joy and inspiration.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
To people. So why not share that with as many people as we can? So that's a big part of what we do as well.
Yeah. Well, and let me ask you this, Erica, because we've got a little bit of time left. Let's just, for people that don't know the backstory, don't know the history, you're the founder of American Midwest Ballet. Just tell us a little bit about that journey and why, how you find yourself here into a 13th season.
Well, I can't believe it. Now that you say 13th season, we have been going strong, and I believe in us. So it's not that I don't believe it, but it is really something, because even, our first performance that we did, or even when we made it to the second season, that we had a second season, all of those are milestones for us. So I still haven't forgotten, that feeling of sort of awe that we've been able to take this idea that was just a dream and get it off the ground and grow it probably beyond my even expectations, because we have a beautiful facility now. We have, just a fantastic roster of dancers and artists we've gotten to work with from all over the country and internationally, and, all of the collaborations that we've got to do. But long story short, I was a dancer in the former company, and I was dancing professionally here in Omaha, and we learned that company was going to close. And so I said, well, what do we have to lose? Let's start a new company.
Yeah.
And so it's been a lot of hard work and a lot of just fantastic experiences and connections with people along the way.
Well, and let's also, just before I let you go, how can people support American Midwest Ballet, even, outside of buying tickets? Because people are, they want to support the arts and your organization.
Yeah, our supporters, our donors, are such an important part of our ballet family. Our work wouldn't be possible without that. And that's one of the things that amazes me, being in my position now as the director of the company, because obviously I've been involved in dance for most of my life, but to see how people that, maybe aren't part of the performances or part of the profession, but the enjoyment they get out of it, or seeing the wonderful place that the ballet fills in our community, artistically and culturally. And the people are so generous, that they want to be a part of it, want to help make it happen. So it takes, it's just like a ballet production that has a big cast, and there
Right.
are all sorts of roles and people bring their different talents to it. That's what it is, like a ballet company. And those supporters and ticket buyers and the performers, everybody plays an important role, and it takes all of us in order to make the ballet possible.
Well, I'm excited for this season. And again, I'm checking out your website. You have an amazing website, like lots of great information, and also lots of beautiful imagery in itself of the dancers. So encourage people to go to the website, amballet.org, and you can buy tickets. Again, you've got a school, how to support you, and all that good stuff. So, and we talked a little bit.
Anybody, dancers, young or old, that are interested in trying out dance, or continuing their training. Our school too, it's affiliated with professional companies, so we have the top teachers and just a really great program for training, whether you're looking toward a professional track or you're just dancing for fun.
That's awesome. I'm gonna have to check that out. I used to be a dancer when I was younger.
Wonderful. We have adult classes too, and we have classes for adults that are just beginners that thought, oh, I always wanted to try that, and maybe now they have the time. Or for people that trained, growing up and then haven't danced in a while, but they have some of that experience. So for the more advanced adult.
Right. I remember doing ballet classes and then going and performing on the stage of the Orpheum when I was a child. And it was a great experience. So I'll have to check that out. So
wonderful.
All right, Erica, thank you so much, and encourage everybody to go to the website, and then we'll have you back, I know, again, to talk about the Nutcracker as we get closer to that performance kicking off. So again, it's great to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And folks, we will be right back. Well, hello, my friends. I am so excited. We have an amazing event coming up, and I'm with two amazing women. Good friend for decades, Melissa Marvin. She is the American Heart Association Go Red for Women chair that's coming up in October. And also Karen Linder, she is the Omaha Circle of Red chair, and we're going to talk a little bit about what that is. But I just want to first say, ladies, welcome, and thank you for joining me today.
Oh, Andy, thank you for having us. It is an absolute pleasure to get to promote this wonderful event, and most of all, to get to talk to you and your viewership.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you both. Well, let's just dive in and let's talk about, I'll have Melissa, you answer this one. Tell us about Go Red for Women.
Well, thank you. It is a signature women's initiative. It's a very comprehensive platform. It's really designed to increase heart health awareness and serve as a catalyst for change. That's what it's really all about. And what's also important is there has been so much more stroke scenarios that have come up. Karen and I have friends of our age, some have been younger, older, and people don't always associate stroke with heart disease. and heart
Right.
attacks. That's also been a very important platform to people and to understand all aspects of heart health, how different that is for women,
Yeah.
and the implications it can have and be. So it is an opportunity for us to create awareness, to really celebrate women,
Yeah.
celebrate survivors, and to promote this, and hopefully, obviously the end game is to continue to raise funds to find a cure.
Yes, absolutely. I will say I've been to this event many, many times, and it really is a celebration of women, and also the awareness piece that comes from it is just, it's amazing. And let's talk a little bit before we chat with Karen, and we'll reiterate this, but it's October 18th.
It is October 18th. And so, we've got, I think it's upside down, but anyway, we've got
It's not.
Oh, wonderful.
It's not.
Good. It's really rock your red. It's about reclaiming your rhythm. We are so busy more than ever. And
Yeah.
so it is a great theme to be able to, how can we reduce stress? How can we navigate through work and family? And how can we really increase our heart health awareness? And so it's October 18th at the Embassy Suites in La Vista. And Methodist has been a proud sponsor since the very beginning of this. We have many sponsors and welcome more sponsorships for sure. And it starts at 4:00 with an incredible forum of educational opportunities and fun and networking for women before we go into the dinner and celebration and education discussion.
Yeah, it honestly, first of all, is the place to be. You wear your red, it's a celebration. So part of that, the circle of red, I'm very familiar with that, but a lot of people may not be. And it's a very unique group of women, a powerful group of women, and an important group to. So Karen, tell it, what is it about? Like, give us the details.
Sure. I'm really honored to chair the Circle of Red group. It's a group of philanthropists here in the Omaha metro area.
Yeah.
And we support the mission of the American Heart Association to raise awareness for women's heart health. So part of the activities that we do are going to be supporting this Go Red event in October as well.
So how can people join? I mean, how can you become a Circle of Red member?
Yeah, it's a philanthropic group. So it's a group of donors. And so you make a donation to the American Heart Association that goes specifically to this Circle of Red group, which is focused on women's heart health.
Yeah.
Well, and there's many ways you can participate. I mean, I've been a member for Circle of Red for years, and it's a great, because you also get to go to extra special events and educational opportunities. But there's many ways you can support the event and be a part of it.
Yeah, the benefits of being a member include some extra educational opportunities as well as social events.
Yeah. And I know, I mean, and the reason I want to just dive just a little bit deeper, or we did, is because I know that we will have a lot of women that are in that philanthropic community, and you do make a donation. But
we've had great support. There's been 50 members join. So it's wonderful how the Omaha community steps up philanthropically. And so I'm just thrilled with having right now the count is at 50 members. So that's been great.
Yeah. And I will say that, go ahead, Melissa. All right, I'll just say it, then you go ahead. I mean, this is a fun group. This is a fun group of women to be connected with and to collaborate with. Part of it. I mean, it's just a good, strong group of women. So go for it, Melissa. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I was just going to say what I love is the fact that you have this many factors of how you can support the Go Red. And it really is kind of a dynamic duo because you've got Karen on the individual philanthropic side, and then the overall event itself, there's a tremendous opportunity for corporations, small business to large business and everything in between to support it. But also for those that want to learn more, maybe put their toe in, you can come to the event and get a no host table. You can come, and support in many ways possible. The key is supporting and coming, whether that's the Circle of Red, whether that's coming for Go Red, as it's important for us. And what we like to share is the fact that women really need to know their personal health numbers. That's what's important.
Yes.
Because that really helps determine the risk for heart disease. Know what your total cholesterol is, know what your blood pressure is, your blood sugar, and your body mass index.
Yeah.
Because now those are really good indicators. And that's what we're here to do is promote and celebrate women and really support the health for that. And it's just a fun way to do that is that night.
And can I ask you both, a personal question about what are just maybe a couple things that you do to take care of your heart health?
Well, it really, for me, it started honestly, not from a women perspective, but my dad, and Andy knew my dad, who I was extremely close to, died suddenly of a heart attack 25 years ago. So the whole heart disease theme became very prevalent in my family. And then through the years, it was really the start of this Go Red for Women. When this started, that I did not realize the importance of what the different indicators were from women versus men. And so that really became something that was a passionate topic that I wanted to know more and learn more about. I now work in the healthcare industry at Banyan Medical, and we serve this community. So it's even made it more of a marriage and a happy place where I can help support philanthropically, because now I'm in this industry. And for me, exercise is really critical. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I really do try to do that consistently in some shape or form, 4 times a week. That's important. Obviously the diet's important, but heck, that's kind of hard. We all like our glasses of, for me, my glass of wine and whatever, but, being conscious of what you're eating, but most of all, you really need to know what your numbers are.
Yep. Yeah. And Karen, do you want to add anything to that, or?
Yeah, I would say, I'm kind of goal oriented. And so I like having a target step goal, because then when you meet it, you check it off. And I've got this new watch I got last week. It's a new model. I've always had one that tracks my steps and heart rate, but this one actually will do an ECG, and it's tracking my sleep. And sleep is important too. And getting enough sleep is actually very helpful to your heart health. And it tells you the quality of sleep. And, sometimes we have an idea when we wake up if we feel rested or not, but you don't really know how many times you might be interrupted during the night and things like this tracker. I'm having fun with it now.
Yeah.
Well, that's something I just learned about. That is really cool, Karen. I've got to go check that out.
Sleep is important. There's things you don't like doing, like exercising possibly, or watching what you eat, but sleep is a very important factor, and you're just trying to add a half hour each night, and it can really help.
Yeah, it's so important. And I think women, we are busy. We are career women, we are philanthropic women, and we're going and have families or whatnot. And it's so important. Like Melissa said, know your numbers. Karen, sleep. We sometimes just don't even think about sleep. It's like, all right, I'll sleep. And then you get up and kind of are off to the races. So
yeah, I mean, even if you can cut down, they even just say major, the processed meats and sweetened drinks are so have a negative impact. I mean, even if you, I liked, Karen, what you just said, stepping into things and going. I mean, it's not like you have to go like cold turkey, but if you can start to, okay, know your numbers, get better sleep. Maybe I'll cut, try to cut down on, the processed meats and the sugar, just stepping into that really helps.
Yeah. And also some of those things actually do keep you awake. So really getting kind of tuned into, hey, what is not allowing my body to wind down and really get a good night's sleep. So yeah, there's so many things to think about. But again, going back to the Go Red for Women event, you're gonna meet people, especially during that 4 o'clock time before, that hour and a half before dinner. You're going to be able to talk to some people about that and really have a better understanding. And again, it really is a celebration and it's a support. This event is there to support women and their heart health and their heart journey. So any final words that I'll start with you first, Karen. Any final words you want to say?
I was pretty excited about these breakout sessions that are happening at the event. There's one talking about the tie between heart health and brain functioning. And I think that's really fascinating. And then the other one is talking about nutrition and how that affects your heart. And so what's a fad and what's fact and fiction and, just trends and things like that. So getting at the truth of nutrition. So I'm really excited about these presentations.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. And then, and again, I think the doors open at 4 and it formally starts at 4:30. Those will be great. And we have a very fun silent auction too. I mean, that's always fun to participate in. And then the dinner and, honestly, the Heart Association folks plan an incredible program.
Yep.
So fun, it's celebratory, it's educational. We just want to see you there.
Yes.
On October 18th.
So
And
people
a delicious dinner.
Yes, it is a delicious dinner every time at the Embassy Suites La Vista. And then people can find tickets, purchase tickets, if they want to just purchase an individual ticket.
Yes, you can go to on the Heart Association website, heart.org/Omaha Go Red. Okay.
And I know that's probably right. It's going to be on it's people have been seeing it on the screen, but go buy tickets. But also if your business wants to sponsor a table, there's also information about that as well. So, well, ladies, thank you so much. What a great conversation. And again, such an important event. And I'm looking forward to seeing you both there in person. It's been a while. And again, it's just you will get I don't want to say your money's worth. You're going to leave there feeling empowered and have some information that you may not have had before. So,
well, and Andy, thank you. You have been such an incredible leader and advocate for our community and supporter of all philanthropic opportunities that we have here. Thank you for all that you do in getting our word out.
Thank you for that. And again,
thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. And viewers, thank you for watching today, and we will see you back next week. Thanks again, ladies.